Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the scene. Today is Thursday, May 15th, 2025. It's your host, Jake Andrew. And I realize this is a little irregular. Y'all probably wasn't expecting something today. For those that are my current listeners, and for those that are future listeners, I usually don't stream on Thursdays. But the uh, the schedules for this year's NFL games has dropped. It's official. It's released. And I am honestly waiting until the football season to get the most active. But to have this out now, I had to come on and do a podcast about it. Um, and I'm waiting on my homeboy John to get in here with me because I am ecstatic to talk about this. John, you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yay, man. Listen, hold on. Give me a test. Give me a test mic check while you in here.
Mic check. Mic
Yep.
check.
All right, cool. The audience can hear you. But yeah, man, that NFL schedule dropped today. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna talk. I don't know if I want to talk about it. I don't know if I want to do this tomorrow. Nah, I want to talk about this tonight.
Okay,
Woo.
okay. I didn't take a look at yours. Which I saw mine, and I saw the Giants, man, and it ain't looking good. Like, dude, we got two division games right out the gate, and they road games, and then we come home to the freaking Chiefs.
Hold
Like,
on.
what are we doing?
Yeah, yeah, I know. I saw that too, and I like. Hold on, I'm pulling up y'all schedule right now. As a matter of fact, for my listeners, y'all can't see it, but I'm gonna tell y'all what at least the first six gonna look like. So
Like,
let's see.
for real.
Let's go ahead and start with the Giants, man. So the Giants, y'all start off with the Commanders, ah, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Saints, and the Eagles. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, that's six. So that's y'all schedule from September 7th till October 9th. Ugh.
It ain't
Ugh.
it ain't gonna be pretty, man. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, dude, we won three games last season. We gonna start the season at 0-6. I mean, we got Russell, but we got old man Russell. We ain't got prime Russell.
You don't. You don't. And honestly, I get confused on what Prime Russell looks like because I said this for years before the fact. You remember, I'm pretty sure we had these conversations back in the day that I was like,
Hmm.
Russell Wilson, wasn't like that, like the media proclaimed him to be.
Hmm.
Uh, I felt it was that defense and Marshawn Lynch. And in time, I was proven right. Now, Russell's not a bad quarterback,
Nah.
but he wasn't all they hyped him up to be.
And like people like, oh, he can scramble, he can get out the pocket. I'm like, it's not good when he's scrambling every play. When every play is on the fly, nobody knows what's going on. That's not
Exactly.
a good thing.
Exactly. It's like you got to be able to stay in the pocket. You got to be able to make some throws. Now, granted, what receivers did Russell have back then, though? To be honest,
You know
like,
what?
did,
I'm hearing.
like
I
what?
don't, did he have Metcalf back then?
I don't think so. He had Metcalf later. I'm talking about back when he won them Super Bowls.
That's because like the only thing I can think about is that defense and Marshawn Lynch.
Hold
That
on
was about it.
1 second. I'm about to look that up. Super Bowl Seahawks team 2013
Yeah, because I'm trying to
Seahawks
think
roster
like
players. So wide receiver, he had
I don't
Doug
remember
Ball
none of
winning.
his receivers from back then.
Back then, he had Doug Ball winning Golden Tate,
Mm,
and neither of them scored a touchdown in that Super Bowl.
damn.
Neither of them. Like two touchdowns came from Marshawn Lynch. One touchdown came from Russell Wilson. He had Zach Miller, who had five touchdowns, and 33 catches, and Luke Wilson, who had 1 touchdown. But both of those guys are tight ends. Neither of his wide receivers scored a touchdown. So, like, Russell can throw the ball.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look it up. No, both those dudes had a game. It's 387 yards for Zach Miller, 272 yards. Hold on. Okay. Wait a minute. That was throughout the season. That had to be the season. Hold on. What was Doug Baldwin? Hold on, that had to be the season. Some of them numbers don't sit right. Some of that don't sit right. Some of that don't sound right, and I don't want to be absolutely wrong on air. No, because there's no way those two receivers went 0 touchdowns the whole freaking season. This had to be during the game. Because they beat Denver pretty bad that year. We were sitting there watching that with Lewis.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, 2 of his receivers were kind of that year. But yeah, no, I don't know. I just never saw Russell Wilson like that. I really put a lot of that on.
Yeah, man. I remember when you jumped through the freaking window.
Man,
that was crazy.
When they threw that ball and it was intercepted by Malcolm Butler. Shout out to Malcolm Butler. Thank you for that Super Bowl, my boy. Because I knew for damn, in my heart, I was already like outside smoking a cigarette. Like, I know they're about to get that shit to Marshawn Lynch. I know they are. But on to the next. But yeah, y'all got Russell Wilson. Y'all got Jameis Winston. Which is funny. You want to hear a funny clip?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I heard this clip, and I said, I'm gonna say this for the night because this is funny to me. Listen to this.
I don't got no job. Who should sign me in free agency?
I think New York need a quarterback right now.
New York, who?
The Giants.
Okay, brother,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
they
I'll give him a call.
Yeah,
Do you think?
for sure.
In this
Do you know who that was?
It sounded like Jameis for a second.
It was. Who was he talking to?
I can't even tell.
He was talking to Saquon Barkley at the
Lord.
Super Bowl interviews.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't know if you've seen some of those clips. Jameis Winston is the funniest interviewer ever. He asked a question to him, D-Hop, a whole bunch of other dudes. But this was his question to Saquon Barkley. He was like, you heard it. He was looking for a job. He said, who should I sign with? And he pointed him to New York.
Listen, like, the way that whole thing went down, though, nobody from New York need to be talking to Saquon right now. Like,
he pointed him straight to New York. I was like, that's funny. But yeah, man, so.
Oh my goodness.
So listen. All right, so yeah, back to your Giants, right? So y'all got make sure I'm on the right page. That's it. So here's what scares me. Washington is no longer a chump.
Nope.
That's all.
No, they are not.
Washington is no longer a chump. That's a L. That's a L. In my eyes. All right, I'm just. You let me know if you feel different.
They're gonna be hot from that NFC title game.
Uh-huh.
Getting beat 55 23, you
Oh,
know they're gonna be hot from that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be on a mission. But good news for you, that's at 1 o'clock, so only you know what I'm saying, only local viewers gonna peep that. You know what I mean? So it ain't gonna be that bad.
You didn't even gotta see that heartbreak.
You just gotta keep up with it on Google. That's all you gotta do. Man, then y'all got the Cowboys September 14th.
And honestly, I feel like that because the Cowboys get in their own way. You know what I mean? So as long as we don't mess up too bad, we could possibly win that game.
Listen, it's possible, not probable. Like, as much as I have a disdain for the Cowboys, they ain't that bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's like they can easily get in their own way.
They can, but in division games, not usually likely. Division games, they usually playing their best. Is what I've noticed. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But I usually see the Cowboys playing their best in division games. But division games, they can kind of go either way.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, that's an L. Y'all gonna lose on prime. Y'all gonna lose on prime time.
Easily. That's as soon as and that's going to be the first home game. So I'm like, New York fans just don't even show up. It's just gonna be bad,
bro. I was like, why do they have this on prime time TV? What is that? A Thursday? No, that's a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday night game.
Yeah, that's a Sunday. Then y'all got the Chargers. Depending on how Russell Wilson is playing, y'all might actually do all right in that game. It won't be a blowout, but I don't know, man. Jim Harbaugh over there building the team.
Yeah.
It all depends on how y'all.
You know, though, for me, I'm still not convinced with Justin Herbert. Like, I get that he's good, but I just ain't seen it, man. And maybe it's just because, like, I don't get all the games, and the games I do get, he just maybe plays bad in. But I'm not seeing what a lot of people are seeing because I'm like, every time I'm hearing people talk, it's a potential. Oh, he's got all this potential and the arm strength, but I'm like, he ain't making nothing of it.
Bro, he's Phillip Rivers 2.0, honestly, in my eyes. That's how I see it. And people can crash out on me all they want to on the internet, but that's how I see it. I'm sorry, he has done nothing in this league except make the playoffs.
Still like, for the longest, he's better than Jalen Hurts. But I'm like, how?
No.
How is he better?
Anybody saying that no longer knows football. You can't call him better than Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts has outplayed his division rival in 2 Super Bowls.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. After he won, I was like, no one better say that ever again. Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
No, you can't. You can't do it. And anybody saying that he is out of their mind. Like, then y'all got the Saints. Saints is a dub. That's a dub. Saints ain't got no team. That's a dub. They still got Alvin Kamara and old buddy, but that's Saints should be a dub for y'all. Y'all shouldn't be that bad. NFC South is one of the worst divisions in this league. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and y'all have the Eagles.
Which
yeah, y'all gonna get beat down. Y'all gonna get beat down. Oh God, that one's on prime time on a Thursday. That says Amazon right there, buddy. Ooh, that says Amazon. You poor bastard.
Man,
that's
gonna be rough.
So y'all might come out of this 2-4. What's y'all's first bye week? Because y'all gonna need a breath. Like
we gonna need like 2-3 bye weeks.
Damn, that's week 6. That's week 7. Week 8, y'all face the Eagles again.
Oh goodness.
When is y'all's bye week? Y'all's bye week doesn't come till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Week 14 is y'all's bye week. Oh my God.
Man,
y'all
gonna be beat to hell.
Man, y'all gonna be discontinued from the playoffs by then. You might as well just take every week after that off too. This schedule is brutal. Hold on. Washington, Dallas.
That's why I was just like, how did we get this schedule? Like,
LA.
Who was out here who got it out for the Giants?
So the Saints, no. Saints should be a win. Philly's going to be a loss. Denver's going to be a loss. Philly's going to be a loss. San Francisco is going to be a loss. Chicago could go either way. Green Bay is going to be an L. Detroit's going to be an L. And then New England, we're going to get to them in a second. Damn, we play y'all on a Monday night game. That's crazy. I think that's a Monday night. You on ESPN? Wait. Since when is there an 8 p.m. ESPN game? Huh. Well, we play y'all in the middle of the night for some reason on December 1st. Yeah, y'all. This schedule is brutal as shit.
Dude, and I'm like, we won 3 games last year. Like, how y'all been to do this stuff?
I don't know how y'all don't deserve this schedule. Like y'all, this schedule is heavy. Is this because the Eagles are in y'all division? Because y'all, it looks like y'all versed the NFC North. Yeah, that's Chicago. That's Green Bay. That's Detroit. Damn, you got literally all them dudes 3 in a row, and Minnesota after the bye, 2 weeks after the bye. Y'all versus the NFC North and the y'all versus the NFC North this year. And what's funny is they gave y'all 2 teams out of the AFC West with Las Vegas and the Broncos.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kansas City. Oh yeah, no. So y'all versus Kansas City. So y'all versus the NFC North and the NFC South this AFC West and the NFC North this year. Yeah, that's tough.
Rough.
That's
I
tough.
was like, yeah, somebody was hating. I don't know who made this. This is kind of like, you know, they always be like, you know, they just throw stuff in the generator and then whatever gets spit out. These are like hand picked. Whoever made this schedule handpicked these teams for the Giants.
They did. I mean, these are divisions. So both of these are divisions. Like, these are your division challenges this year. And it sucks for y'all because, like, both of these are potentially 2 of the 3 hardest divisions this year.
Yeah.
Like, because the Chargers are, under Jim Harbaugh, they should be coming up, right? At least defensively and on the run game side. The Raiders, y'all should win that. But y'all don't even face them to the end of the year, till literally the second game to the last. Y'all probably be resting everybody by then, like on not care mode, because they're gonna fire Brian Daboll after week 7.
It's possible that he might get fired mid-season, honestly, especially if things go as badly as they do.
That poor bastard. And Russell Wilson is about to get creamed. Russell Wilson's about to get eaten alive.
And that's all just like, we ain't got young prime scramble Russell. We got old man Russell.
Oh yeah, that man's about to get eaten alive because Kansas City still got a defense. Kansas City still got a defense. Dallas still has a defense.
Yep.
Washington, LA might have a defense. New Orleans, like I said, that's a dub. Philly, well, we gonna see, because they did release a lot of players, and I'm curious to like if that was part of the plan with with their general manager. But hey, and him, they gotta trust. That man knows how to build a team. But y'all got Philly twice. San Francisco, they got a defense. Chicago, we gonna see. Y'all might have a dub with Chicago. It all depends on how Caleb Williams gonna play. Green Bay, y'all gotta outscore them. Y'all gotta outscore them to win that game.
Yeah.
Detroit, good luck outscoring them. Have fun with that. When Jared Goff ain't throwing a bunch of interceptions, that man can play.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I normally like kind of just skip the preseason because it's preseason is whatever. But I might actually like pay a bit more attention, like to see kind of where we're at. Uh,
You gonna have to,
just because, yeah, like I need to see how Russell's gonna be moving out there. I know he's probably only gonna play like a series or two, but if we going against these high-powered defenses, I'm a little worried that Russell might get hurt, and then we're gonna have to throw Jameis in there.
yeah, that's absolutely right. Hold on one second. Just telling my homegirl that this is an emergency podcast over football. She's like, I missed your stream today, and I'm like, don't worry about it. This was literally spontaneous. I saw football and I had to act. Yeah, no, Jameson gonna get some reps, and y'all got to see how that new rookie y'all got, Jackson Dart. Yeah, y'all got to see how Dart gonna look. So yeah, I definitely pay attention to your preseason. What's funny is y'all play New England in this preseason, and then we play y'all again.
How's the Patriots schedule looking?
So that is kind of scared to look at that one, if I'm being honest.
You're like, that looks better.
Well, I don't imagine it's too hard. Where's my schedule at? Why is it not picking it up? Preseason. Here we go. So, honestly, this isn't too bad. All right, so we start off playing the Las Vegas Raiders. We should win that one. I'm going to take New England. I'm going to do it. Right here on air, you heard it first. I'm taking New England to go ahead and shut it down against, what the hell is their quarterback's name? They took Seattle's guy. Help me out here.
Geno?
Geno Smith. Yeah, because we a defensive team. We always have been, and now we got Mike Vrabel in there who can coach.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm taking us to beat Las Vegas. That's a dub. We got the Miami Dolphins. I'm half and half, but I'm going to take New England. Oh, yeah. Shouts out Rob Gronkowski. Got that number 87 jersey on. You know what it is. We got Pittsburgh. That's going to be a little much to ask against Drake May. Mike Tomlin still makes a hell of a defense. So I'll give us that loss. All right, so far we 2-1. We got the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to take that dub. That's a dub.
Who is I can't remember that quarterback's name. You don't think he's gonna improve much, or
Bryce?
you just not sold on Carolina at all?
For Carolina? Bryce? It's not that I'm not sold on Bryce. It's that I'm not sold on Carolina. Carolina is trash. Hey, listen, Carolina fans, y'all are trash. I'm sorry. Y'all are a trash organization with terrible ownership. Y'all are trash. Y'all are bad. And it's sad. Because y'all have had opportunities with such great players. Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey, buddy, that the quarterback y'all had in the Super Bowl back in 03 or 04? I forget his name. But y'all have had y'all chance, and y'all blew it at every opportunity. Buffalo, that's a loss. Where am I at? So, I got one win. I'm going to take us against Miami. I'm going to take us to lose against... Well, actually, we might beat Pittsburgh. What am I saying? Man, please. Listen, look, I'm going to take us against Las Vegas. I'm going to take us against Miami. I'm going to take us against the Steelers. Because y'all don't even know who they
I don't know about Miami, though, because Miami usually has y'all number. I don't know what it is.
Oh, shit, we're playing in Miami. Ooh.
Yeah, Miami somehow be getting the leg up on y'all.
I take that back. You're right.
it'd be confusing because I'm like, how is Miami winning this game right now?
I take that back. I take that back. This isn't. We aren't in Miami. We're in Miami for that game. So never mind. So I'm gonna take an L against Miami. I'm gonna take a dub against the Raiders. I'm gonna take an L against Miami. I'm gonna take a dub against Pittsburgh because we're playing in Foxburg for one, and for two, we don't even know their quarterback situation. If they come out there throwing with Mason Rudolph, I like our chances.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a dub against Carolina. We're gonna lose against Buffalo. That's a home game for Buffalo. I see it in my bones. I don't see us taking that one. I can see us winning against Seattle. I mean, no, I'm sorry. New Orleans is ours, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New Orleans is our 6th game. I see us winning against New Orleans. So I see us coming out of the stretch at worst 3-3. What you think?
I could see that.
And if we do any less than 3-3, we need to make some more adjustments. I just want us to stop drafting for the damn trenches. That's all I want. I want us to get a high pick wide receiver for once. For once. But we drafted for the trenches this year, starting with the tackle in the first round, and then we went out from there, which is fine. We got Stephon Diggs, and we went and got a wide receiver in the 3rd round, so we'll see. We'll see how that works. I definitely see us beating the Tennessee Titans. If Mike Vrabel can't beat a freaking rookie quarterback, then I don't know what the hell he's doing. Cleveland still got a good defense, though. At least a decent one. We don't know their quarterback situation either, but we honestly might escape this year with a 9 and 17 games? So a 9 and 8 season and not make the playoffs. Which is, I mean, it's better than what the frick we were at, 4 and 13.
Yeah, cause I was gonna say, if y'all 4-13, we were like 3-14.
Yeah, no, we were only that 4-1 just because we decided to win the last game of the fucking season against Buffalo.
Oh, same.
And cost ourselves the first freaking pick.
Like freaking 5 touchdowns, 300 and something yards. I was like, now y'all want to turn it up? What is wrong with? What are we doing?
Bro, I was so mad. I was sitting there looking at my phone like I wasn't even gonna bother turning the game on. I just looked at my phone and looked at the score like, why are we winning right now? Gerard Mayo, I hate you. Like, what are you doing? They must have told him he was fired on his way out. On his way to the game that day, because he damn for sure sabotaged us. Otherwise, we'd have Travis Hunter right now. I hope. Knowing us, we probably would have still took that damn tackle at number 1. But this schedule actually looks really winnable. But see, here's the kicker. Because I was watching the facility today. Shouts out the facility. The Bills have the easiest freaking schedule this year. Like, if you look at it, matter of fact, let's go ahead and look at it. Watch this. When you look at the Bills schedule and see we're facing the same divisions they are. For all my listeners, you ain't got to look at this, just listen to it. Buffalo Bills schedule. So here is They open up against the Ravens. Right. That's their hardest game so far. Then they got the New York
Right.
Jets, dub. Miami Dolphins, dub. New Orleans Saints, dub. Us, dub. Atlanta Falcons, dub. Carolina Panthers, dub. Kansas City, Miami at Miami, still a dub. Tampa Bay, dub. Houston, they might actually have to fight against Houston.
I mean, Baker was playing pretty good last year for
Who? Who did you say?
Tampa. Baker?
Yeah, but he ain't beat no damn. He ain't beat no damn Josh Allen. Are you crazy?
I mean,
Mike
maybe
Evans
he
getting
gets
old.
lucky.
Mike Evans
Maybe
getting
he gets
old.
lucky because the thing with Josh Allen is Josh Allen will throw an interception at the worst opportune time. Because it'd be like, oh, they lost on interception. He only had one interception. Yeah, but it'd be like the fourth quarter, last minute and a half.
While you're not wrong, I don't see them losing to Tampa Bay. Now I may be wrong. We'll see. But I see Tampa Bay as a dub. That's just me. So Houston, they're gonna have to fight, but I think they'll win that one. Pittsburgh, that seems like Josh Allen's interception game. Against Mike Tomlin, that does seem like a Josh Allen, interception type of game. Cincinnati, now we get him versus Joe Burrow. That's going to be a good-ass game. But it's in Buffalo. I see that as a dub.
Yeah.
And then they got us, Cleveland. They do have... Ooh, they got a versus Philly this year? Wait a minute. We gonna see how that one play out. Ooh, that's gonna be a good ass game. Who you got on Buffalo Bills versus Philly game?
I think it'll be a good game. I mean, as much as I say I got Philly. I mean, it's hard for me to bet against Philly, to be honest, man. Like,
It is hard to bet.
I know
against
all
Philly.
these teams be complaining about the whole tush push thing, but ain't nobody been able to stop it.
They haven't. But see, here's the thing. I always give teams a little leeway if they're at home.
Yeah.
Buffalo is at home for this game. They're actually at home for a lot of games this year. They're at home for the Philly game, the Bengals game, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, New Orleans, who cares though? Miami, the first one, and Baltimore. They got some of their toughest games at home.
Yeah.
And home field advantage exists for a reason.
True.
Especially
And
when it
that
start
Bills
getting cold.
Mafia They ain't nothing to play with over there.
So I don't know. Philly gonna be some bad mamma jammers. They come into freaking Buffalo with that smoke and actually pull it off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count them in for another Super Bowl. To be honest. So they have a pretty easy schedule, an easier one than the Baltimore Ravens. That's for damn sure. The Baltimore schedule ain't no joke, man. I was looking at Baltimore schedule like you thought somebody had it out for you, John. Listen, let me tell you about Baltimore's first six. One second. Let me see where we at. Why does this pull up like this? I'll make my predictions earlier to the season, but so let's see. So Baltimore has Buffalo at Buffalo, Cleveland, Detroit at Buffalo. at Baltimore, Kansas City at Arrowhead, Houston in Baltimore, Los Angeles Rams in Baltimore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, that's their first 6. So out of their tough games, they got Buffalo, Detroit, Kansas City, Houston, and the Los Angeles Rams. That's a hell of a schedule.
Interesting.
Only a little bit, but see, I really don't. When it comes to Baltimore versus most NFC teams, I usually give it to Baltimore because Lamar, for some reason, NFC teams just could not get him. There's not even for some reason they don't face him enough. But if we go on past track records, it could go either way with Buffalo. They're going to win against Cleveland. Based off past track records, they should win against Detroit. So that's 2 wins, possibly 1 loss. Kansas City might still have a number. Houston, I can see them beating Houston. And Los Angeles. So Baltimore should come out of that 4-2. Could possibly come out of that 4-2. But they could also go 3-3. Just because we don't know what the Los Angeles Rams is looking like this year.
Very true. Very true.
So that's where I'm at. Like, some of these schedules are absolutely hilarious. Whose schedule is this? That's New York's. Know who else's schedule I wanted to talk about? I'll give you a hint. You got a big ass star on their helmet.
How did I know you were gonna go there?
Yep, because somebody said something so ridiculous today. Hold on. We're gonna listen to this.
I mean, listen, I feel like Cowboys fans have a quota. They have a quota. They need to say something outlandish like every few weeks.
So I started following this diehard. I guess he's a diehard Cowboys fan, but he's a really funny guy. He's a really funny Facebook comedian, sports wise, and he does these really good videos. And he did a prediction video. We're gonna listen to it live together because I haven't heard it yet. I saw it and I was like, let's go ahead and see what he's talking about.
The NFL 2025 schedule was just released. I'm about to predict the Dallas Cowboys 2025 record. Let's just jump straight into this. Week 1, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I know some of you are thinking we're just going to go to Philly and get bodied. Absolutely not. They're going to be raising a banner. We're going to be raising 40 points on them. Honestly, this could be a canon moment for the Dallas Cowboys. We're starting the year 1-0 with a dub. Let's go. After that, we're going to the Giants. I fully expect the Giants to not be very good this season whatsoever. This is an easy dub. W. 2-0. Easy start to the season. Week 3. As you can see, week 3, we go and visit the Bears. Caleb Williams. Let me tell you something about Caleb Williams. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. Did y'all just see that book? He didn't even want to be on the Bears? If he doesn't even want to be on the Bears, there's no way they're beating America's team. We're off to a 3-0 start. All of a sudden, analysts are going to be chirping. Is this Dallas team for real? We'll find out, because up next, after we get this dub and go 3-0, our arch nemesis comes into town. That's right, week 4. We got the Packers. And honestly, this is going to be the first L of the season. Why, you might ask? Because we're cursed. I do not know what it is. The Packers, for some reason, have our calling card at AT&T Stadium. It's weird. There is some sort of curse that needs to be lifted. I'm not sure how we do it. I'm very happy to be wrong. Jordan Love, honestly, does not scare me whatsoever. It's the curse that scares me. So we'll see if we're going to be able to break that this year. But until further notice, I got us taking the L. We're at 3-1. After this, we have our first semi-bye week against the Jets. The Jets are in shambles. We're going to see what Justin Fields can do, but honestly, there is nothing here that I can see. I don't know. I just don't see how the Jets can beat us with their current team. They have talent. The talent's there, but it just might be a little bit too soon for Justin Fields to put everything together. Cowboys get the dub. And all of a sudden, we are 4-1. Week 6, we go play the Carolina Panthers. We have to be sure that these are 2 back-to-back dubs because our schedule is front-loaded. It's very easy at the beginning, but then it gets very hard later. So this is going to have to be a dub. I don't care if it's Andy Dalton. I don't care if it's Bryce Young. This is a dub. Cowboys are off to a 5-1 start. Who would have thought? Me, because I'm making this video. After this,
I'ma skip forward.
The
Hold on, wait.
commies. A lot of people have been speculating. Oh, the commies. They got 6 primetime games. Big deal. So do we. We're America's team. I'm actually expecting the commies to take a huge step back this season. And because of that, I have us beating the commies at home. They're going to regret putting them in 6 primetime games because they're not built for this. The Cowboys are. Debo Samuel's washed. 6-1 Cowboys. Week 8, we go play the Broncos. As many of you know, I am not a believer whatsoever. Brandon
I'ma
Perna,
skip
we are
ahead.
going to win this. Oh, I don't want to hear you say anything in the 5th round. I also said Hunter Renfrow was a Charlotte native. He is not a Charlotte native. He did not go to. If you enjoyed this video, press the like button. And it's all.
I was hoping he would show.
That's crazy. This dude said they're gonna put a 40-piece on the Eagles. Like, I almost jumped out my skin when he said that.
You know what my problem is that Dallas Cowboy fans exist all across the country. And yet they all drink the same Kool-Aid. Y'all think y'all gonna walk into the Eagles week 1 when they're dropping a banner and win that game? The league set y'all up for failure. Failure. Like, that is nuts.
That is wicked, man.
This is your division rival, the most delusional fans in football. The most delusional fans in football. Because I can't believe the nerve.
I just don't understand where the confidence comes from because y'all riding on like damn near 30 years of mediocrity. So it's like, where are y'all pulling this confidence from?
I'm just so sick of them being called America's team because they're not. That title has been taken twice over by the Patriots through all run and now by the Kansas City Chiefs. Like Dallas, once y'all lose to Kansas City, because they play. Oh, and here's the good part, right? They play Kansas City on Thanksgiving. Yep. You know, the Thanksgiving game that they usually run over bad teams with. Yeah. They play Kansas City that day. Yeah. All that America's team crap is about to be dead. Cause y'all ain't getting no turkey on Thanksgiving. Sorry. Calling
No
it now.
Kentucky for y'all.
Y'all not getting no turkey on Thanksgiving. That's dead. And then they got to face the Washington Commanders on Christmas. At Washington. They're going to lose both their holiday games this year.
Yeah. And
when they do, I don't want to hear America's team. Y'all not know America's team. Y'all are Americans' dumpster ground. That's what y'all are. Your franchise is trash. It's worth some billions of dollars, but it's trash. Sorry. Jerry Jones is officially raising a petting zoo. Matter of fact, I'll say that statement for if y'all don't make the playoffs. Which, matter of fact, let me go ahead and get my over-under on Dallas Cowboys right now, just so I can get this out the way. I want this on record. What is that? So that's one loss. Yeah, they're going to beat y'all. John, I'm sorry. They're going to beat y'all. I do apologize. That's one loss.
I mean,
that's a win. That's 2-1.
I'm like
2-2.
hoping for the best. It's a division game. I'm kind of hoping we're gonna play a little bit harder, but I don't expect much harder, to be honest.
Hold on. So that's 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4, bye week, 6-4, 7-4, 7-5, 7-6. Ooh, I don't know what Minnesota's gonna look like this year. 8-6, 8-7, 8-8, 8-9. I'm gonna take the Cowboys to go 8-9 this year. Honest opinion. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking the Cowboys to go 8-9 this year. That crash out Pickens is not gonna save y'all.
Nah.
Worth anything, I think your locker room might get a little worse. I done seen that man tip over a thing of Gatorade on the field. Dead honest truth. What the heck Jerry Jones gonna do with that? And Dak's an interception magnet.
And it's like, dude, you can't deny the numbers. He's like, oh, that's not in his nature. I'm like, no, it very much is in his nature.
It seems to be exactly. It seems to be in his DNA. Branded. Like it seems to be stuck to him like a tick. Dak throws interceptions. Like Dak throws interceptions. Like and we've seen at his best he can be MVP caliber, but that man throws interceptions.
And it's like the only time he steps it up is in garbage time.
Yeah. Yeah. Like so you heard it here first. Dallas Cowboys going 8-9. Don't say I didn't tell you so. I'm going to just go ahead and get that prediction out the way down. I'm going to have some other predictions later on as we get closer to the football season. And have some fresh material as I'm going to be excited to put it out there. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and call that one out with the Dallas Cowboys. 8-9. Y'all biggest losses of the season you want to know? I'm glad you asked. Kansas City, Detroit, and at Philly.
Yeah, because Detroit ain't nothing to sleep on now.
No, not even a little bit. And if y'all can't pick off Jared Goff, guess what? That man gonna score touchdowns. And they damn coach with his balls of steel is gonna go for it on fourth down every time. Which actually, Just remember Detroit. They lost their offensive and defensive coordinator this year. Brian Schottenheimer coaches for the, not Brian Schottenheimer, Jesus, Ben Johnson coaches for the freaking Chicago Bears. And what's my dog's name? What's his name? Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn now coaches for the New York Jets. So you know what? Y'all might get 9-8 Detroit. Dallas. Based on how that Detroit game go.
I don't know. I think you had it right the first time. I mean, like, yeah, the coach change is going to play a factor, but I think just the overall talent might be enough in that case.
That's true. I mean, Dallas does have some talent. Don't get me wrong. CeeDee Lamb can't
No,
deny
yeah,
his
no.
talent. They got CeeDee Lamb. They got Michael Parsons. They got Zach Martin gone. Dang. I can't even name all of them. But they do still have Micah, CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens is good, but like that got to get him the ball, and that's asking a lot. Like you asking a lot. You asking an awful lot. Oh man, it was exciting. I'm excited. Who else schedule do we need to look up? We looked at Baltimore. We looked at Buffalo. Let's see what the Kansas City Chiefs talk about. Let's see what they talk about. Because you know what? Colin Cowherd, shout out Colin Cowherd. He had an interesting take about the Kansas City Chiefs. And for some reason, he thinks that they're going to lose their division this year. Excuse me.
Interesting.
Just based on, he thinks the Broncos and Chargers are going to make some leaps this year. I don't know how big of a leap. They still got Patrick Mahomes. Listen, I bet against Patrick in a Super Bowl. Depending on the opponent, I definitely had the Eagles in their Super Bowl game. I had them going into it. I had them. But I'm not going to bet against that man in the regular season. I'm sorry. He's literally proved me wrong 3 times. Like, I'm not going to keep doing that to myself. I'm not going to keep doing it to myself. I'm like, how many times do you have to learn this lesson, old man? Like, seriously. I'm not going to keep doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. So, they got Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil next year. Starting off. It's going to be a YouTube game. That's going to be good. They got Philadelphia week 2. New York dub. Sorry. Baltimore. We're going to see how Baltimore feeling, man. But I think they're going to beat Baltimore. Baltimore just hasn't shown me that they can beat Kansas City yet. They haven't. Jacksonville, dub. Detroit Lions, dub. Raiders, dub. Commanders. That could be a good game. But I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win that. Buffalo. I'm gonna take Buffalo to win that, just because Buffalo's at home. Then they got a bye week. Then they got the Broncos. They might lose against Denver because they do actually do that from time to time. But so far, I ain't seen more than 3 losses. Dub. Yeah, so far I haven't seen more than 3 losses. So then they got Indianapolis, dub. Dallas, dub. Houston, dub. Chargers again, Denver again, then Las Vegas, dub. I don't see the backslide. I'm sorry. I don't see it. Now, we're gonna see if teams actually learn from what the Eagles did in regards to getting through that old line of the Kansas City Chiefs, which isn't that good.
Yeah.
But Patrick Mahomes is still back there. And there wasn't a team last year that was able to lock him up like the Eagles. There was.
And what's crazy is like everyone was saying, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes is having his like worst year, like statistically, but he still made it to the Super Bowl."
That's the scary part. He was. Like statistically speaking, for Patrick Mahomes, he was.
Yeah.
That's the terrifying part. I've also seen this man win a Super Bowl on one leg.
It's insane.
One leg, John. The man had one good leg. Like, so I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not doing that. Y'all got to show me that these other teams that aren't Philadelphia can beat the Chiefs in the biggest game,
Right.
or at least in the playoffs. Y'all got to show me that one of these teams that aren't Philadelphia or the Bengals can beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. The regular season, as far as I'm concerned, that doesn't even matter because the Chiefs didn't even play that good the year prior. They weren't even the number one seed the year prior, and they still went to the Super Bowl because in the playoffs they couldn't be beat. So as far as I'm concerned,
Right.
whatever happens in the regular season with the Kansas City Chiefs, they get a pass with me. Because if I still see them in the playoffs, guess what?
A good chance they're gonna go to Super Bowl.
Exactly. It still won't even matter AFC wise, even if they come in as like the number 3 or 4 seed. And as far as their division, I'm still convinced they have that locked down. Y'all got to prove to me that y'all can beat Andy Reid in the coaching match. In the AFC teams, y'all got to prove to me that y'all can beat the AFC West. Y'all got to prove to me that y'all can beat Andy Reid in the coaching match and get that division from him. Y'all got to show me.
Show me.
I'm not going off faith. Not when it comes to Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. We're not doing that. They've earned that. Period. Like there's
honestly, for a lot of teams, you can't go in there with faith, man. You got to go in there with a solid game plan.
Yeah, like I'm not about to sit here and write off Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. I'm not doing that.
Right.
No, you people.
You better go in there with every contingency plan. You better call Batman.
And that's
You
exactly
better
what
call
Philly
Batman
did.
and get a contingency plan because you go in there with faith alone, nah.
Philly's game plan was so brilliant because they didn't even blitz, bro. They just sent 4. They sent 4, and they said the rest of y'all covered his receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And they had some moments during the game where, like, D-Hop was open, but he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And so was Travis
And that's
Kelce.
the other thing that's been driving me insane is Patrick Mahomes is hitting these receivers and they're just dropping it.
It might be the way he's
I'm
throwing
like,
the
what
ball.
is going on?
It might be the way he's throwing the ball, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Look, I don't have any quarterback skill. I don't know. This is just a guess. But that ball was a little low when D-Hop went for it.
Yeah.
It was a bit low. It wasn't a high catch. It was a low one. And we know D-Hop. There's a reason why we call him Hop. He can catch a ball up high. We've seen that before.
Yeah.
We've seen him jump over 2 receivers. You know what I mean? Like
That that one Hail Mary when he was in Arizona was insane. Like
Yeah.
I think it was the first year he was there.
Yep.
That was insane.
Yeah, when Kyler threw him that bomb, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, so we know D-Hop can catch. I don't know. Maybe it's the way Patrick Mahomes is throwing sometimes. Because he be throwing some out-of-this-world balls, and we just looking like, that's crazy.
Could it just be that whole Patrick Mahomes style? He might throw it left-handed. He might hit you with a behind the back or something.
Yeah.
Something crazy. You don't know what kind of throw they finna get.
You're right. It could be that. Like, his receivers might be confused about what kind of pass he was going to get. Because, see, when they went into that game, right, they weren't expecting it to be like that. So, Patrick Mahomes, he will improv. He'll go off the script. The script is gone because this game is not going how we thought it was going to go. We're not comfortable in the slightest. This D-line is tearing my ass up. I'm getting sacked every time I look.
Yeah.
So he's just chucking that mug. And D-Hop's like, oh, that's how you throwing it this time? Oh, I can't catch it. So it's... I don't know. But I'm still not counting him out. I'm not. The rest of his division has to show me that they can play him just like the Philadelphia Eagles did. They have to show me that. Because so far they ain't proven it. They got to show me that. And I don't see them losing that division. I don't.
I'm just trying to figure out, this whole, Patrick Mahomes just gonna fall off a cliff thing. He ain't even old.
Not even a little bit.
I'm just so confused. I understand, okay, yeah, he didn't have a great year statistically, but, this whole just, he's just gonna fall off a cliff. Why would you think that?
Now, I will say he's having a little bit of a descent from when he started.
Yeah, but I mean, his descent is from the mountaintop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He started at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So even by his own standard, because you can't compare him to anybody else, because he's doing way more than anyone. You can only compare him to himself. So it's is he just falling back down to earth? Where, you know what I mean?
He might be coming down to reality, but I'm gonna be honest. Kansas City hasn't done a great job of giving him an O-line either.
Yeah.
Or giving him a complete team as a whole. Some years it's been his defense. Some years, last year, it was clearly his O-line.
Yeah.
At least against Philly. His O-line seemed fine against everybody else. That's why the Super Bowl was so shocking. But, at least to the naked eye, without any analysis, it seemed fine. Philly was on his neck with just 4 men. 4, John. That's all they sent.
Yeah, Philly, man, they had a game plan, and wasn't nothing finna divert them from that game plan. And that was just like a masterclass right there.
It was. In Kansas City's defense, they had a game plan too. Stop Saquon Barkley.
True.
That was their only game plan.
That is very true. I will say, yeah, no, he didn't do what he thought he was gonna do, but it almost didn't even matter.
Because I'm pretty sure the Eagles probably had a pep talk with him, and he wasn't even surprised. They were like, listen, they're probably gunning for you. Everybody thinks Jalen can't throw, and they're gonna force him to throw this ball.
I was literally about to say that. I think he could have had a chance that year they played when he messed up his shoulder, the game before, 2 games before. But his shoulder was just out of it.
You talking about the first time the Eagles went to the Super Bowl with Jalen?
Yeah,
they did have a chance. It was there were a couple key mistakes in that game that cost them that game, but most of it wasn't on Jalen. The defense wasn't making the best stops on Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen did fumble. I will say that. Jalen did give up a fumble.
Yeah.
But it was a learning experience, you know what I'm saying? It was his first Super Bowl, and Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. It happens. But he still outplayed Patrick despite the fumble.
Yeah.
So now, this year, they was yeah, everybody knows our game plan is to run first and give the ball to you, Saquon. But they still think Jalen can't throw. So, just be prepared for them to stop you. You're probably not going to get any much yards this game. And that's going to be okay. We got this defense. Jalen can throw. He can run and catch him off guard. And we got A.J. Brown and Devontae Swift. Is it Devontae or DeAndre? There's 2 Swifts in the league. They got Devontae Swift, I think. I'm pretty sure they have Devontae Swift. I get confused with names, people. Y'all gotta be patient with me. Or is it Smith? Is it Smith? Am I tripping? It is Devonta Smith. That's my bad. Dang, I'm messing up names all over the place tonight. Jesus. Yeah, it's Smith. Swift is on the Chicago Bears. So that's my fault. But yeah. So, no, I don't see Kansas City taking that big of a downfall this year. I'm sorry. AFC, I don't have that much faith in you.
Right.
Y'all literally have failed to show me the past 3 seasons that y'all could beat Kansas City in the biggest moments, which is the playoffs. Forget the regular season. We're going to check out the Eagles lastly. Your division rival. I'm going to be honest. Y'all got like the second toughest division in football. I still think. Well, hold on. Excuse me. NFC North is pretty tough. AFC North is pretty tough. Yeah, I see y'all in like the top 4 of toughest divisions in the league. Just because of you got the Eagles, you got the Cowboys, and you got Washington now, which is a problem.
Really is.
Eagles open up against the Cowboys. Dub play the Chiefs. Play the Chiefs at Arrowhead September 14th. I don't know. Philly might lose that one. But hey, Arrowhead's a tough place to play. That stadium get loud. And I don't think they've ever played the Chiefs before in regular season. I don't think they have. I think they're going to beat the Rams. I think they're going to beat Tampa. I think they're going to beat Denver. Granted, a lot of teams are going to be gunning for Saquon this year, but I'm not putting it past Saquon to still be Saquon.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to figure out what the Chiefs did and try to copy that, but
They just stopped the run. That's all they did. But they dedicated everything to stopping the run.
yeah, which unfortunately kind of dropped the ball and everywhere else.
Like, Buddy still had people to throw to. He still could throw to Smith, A.J. Brown, and Goddard.
Yep.
Like, you didn't stop the pass. Jalen Hurts can pass, people. Just in case y'all didn't realize it, just in case y'all didn't know, Jalen Hurts can pass the football. Sorry to tell you. Hopefully y'all figured that out last year. Because y'all swore up and down he couldn't. Every pundit, oh my God, all the pundits thought, they was like, well, they're going to make Jalen Hurts beat him with his arm. And I'm like, okay. The guy can throw. Did I miss something? I'm like, the guy makes some mistakes, but he's not a terrible thrower of the football. He can just throw and run, which is scary for y'all. Like, come on. And Chase Daniels is the biggest hater. Who's the better quarterback, Matt Stafford or Jalen Hurts?
I would honestly say Jalen Hurts, and I can't lie, like, man, because Matt Stafford was kind of doing his thing before Detroit got like crazy, crazy good and whatnot. Like he was toughing it out there for what it was like 12, 13 seasons.
He was.
But I don't know, to me, because like, and I always hate to say like I kind of get like the black quarterbacks especially fall into that. You know, they got to scramble, but I feel like Jalen Hurts kind of does it like it's almost like an art form because he wants to throw it, but he will because he can escape. You know what I mean? Like he can scramble, he can get around, he could throw on the run and whatnot. And I feel like if you're not like if you don't have that spy watching him, he can kind of dice you up really. Like he doesn't have like the speed like Lamar, but he can get around corners. You know what I mean?
That's exactly how it is. And
But
like,
I do think like people kind of sleep on Matt Stafford a little bit. Like there was that year they won when he got traded to the Rams and they won the Super Bowl. There was a no look pass that people didn't see for like months. And people didn't even realize it. He threw it like right over the middle, but the safety, like he shifted to like the right, and people didn't even realize it was a no look throw.
don't get me wrong. I definitely think Matt Stafford is one of the top 6 quarterbacks in this league. But he's
Yeah.
aging. Like the man is aging. He's always been a great quarterback in this league. I just don't think he's above Jalen. I don't. And Jalen has earned that benefit of the doubt as a
Yeah.
recent winner of the Super Bowl. And that's fine. I definitely think Matt Stafford is up there, is above Justin Herbert and
Oh yeah.
Dak and Kyler. Kyler is a bottom 15 quarterback in this league. What am I saying?
Yeah, Kyler, man, I had a lot of high hopes for him, but
Yeah, Kyler has been one letdown after another. I was happy for Arizona for about 2 years, and then they paid him. The moment they paid that man,
yeah, everything went out the window after that. I was like, what is happening right now?
I was like,
And it was the
"Come on,
most
man."
bizarre stuff. Like, you know, they was, and I don't know, maybe it's just like with the times, but like, you know, all this stuff came out, like, you know, him playing video games or whatever, not watching as much film. And then them writing in the contract that he had to do like an hour of film a day or something. Like, it's the most outrageous stuff going on.
You know, it's the crazy thing. They put in the contract that he has to write film, watch film, like mandatorily now because he wasn't doing it on his own prior to the contract. And he got worse.
Yeah.
He didn't get better. He got worse. How did you get worse and you're supposed to be studying?
Like,
Like, so that's funny to me with Kyler, man. So the bottom 15 quarterback, but Matthew Stafford is definitely above Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Jaden Daniels. Just because Jaden Daniels knew, I think he's above C.J. Stroud for the time being.
I mean, my question is, because I mean, a lot of these people he just has raw, just pure experience. You know what I mean? On a lot of these guys, haven't even been in the league 5 years. Something like compared to people who've been say in the league 10 years, you know what I mean? Who you taking over at that point?
So we actually don't have a lot of quarterbacks that have been in 10 years yet. I don't even think Patrick Mahomes has been in 10 years yet.
You're right.
Like a lot of these quarterbacks are new. Like I think. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Let me look at something. So we got
Yeah, you're right, man. I feel like it's just been a shift. You didn't even think about it because like some of these guys just kind of just been at the top of their game. They feel like they've been in the league for a while.
yeah, the league's had a shift because see, we forget Tom Brady was in the league for the longest, 20 years. You know what I mean? So he was
That's
in the league for
true.
20 years. Ben Roethlisberger didn't retire until 2019. When did Phillip Rivers leave? Was it 2019? I think Phillip Rivers was 2019 too. Same with when did Phillip Rivers retire? I need to stop saying things that aren't facts on air. No, he retired 2021, so that was even sooner. Yeah, because he played for Indianapolis just before he left. So he left in 2021. Eli Manning retirement. Eli retired in 2020.
Mm.
Ben Roethlisberger. Let me make sure Ben Roethlis retirement. I spelled his name wrong. Nah, he just retired in 2022. Wait a minute. Yeah, he just retired in 2022. Yeah, so the old heads really, like all of those guys, still, they just retired like not too long ago. I think Patrick Mahomes is one of the older of the new generation of quarterbacks. I actually think he is the oldest of the new generation of quarterbacks because he got drafted in draft year. So he was drafted in 2017. Lamar was drafted in 2018. And Josh Allen was drafted 2018. So the OGs are Patrick, Josh Allen. I'm sorry, I forgot Aaron Rodgers is still here for some stupid ass reason.
Yeah, I would say that's for me. I know like obviously you can't take away the accolades or whatever, but like at current staff is better than Rodgers, honestly. Like
He is, yes. Aaron Rodgers is not a top 10 quarterback in this league. Sorry, James Jones. He is not. He is not a top 10 quarterback anymore. It's not a thing. No. But out of the top five, out of the undisputed top four, you have Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. And Joe Burrow is slowly siding out of the top four.
he just needs the line.
He needs to win the first two games of the season. Like, I'm a Pats fan, but when I saw that we won against the Bengals last year, I said, what? I was like, ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way, boy. Ain't no way. Ain't no way we won against the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what the heck happened to that defense there because he would have to score damn near like 40 points a game just to keep up because the defense be like just letting people score.
Like, we won with Jacoby Brissett. Did you hear that name? Did you hear the name I just said? It's Jacoby Brissett, a career backup. That's who we won with. Whew, Jesus help me. Oh man. Yeah. Joe Burrow, if he don't make the playoffs this year, he got to slide out of the top four. He got to. In no damn way.
Do you think Jamar Chase is gonna hold out, or if it's not going, he's gonna demand a trade?
Jamar Chase. He just got paid this year.
Yeah. Oh, did they pay him? Okay, I didn't.
Yeah,
I heard they were kind of like
yeah.
being funny with the money, so that's why I was
uh-uh.
just like,
They paid him and T Higgins.
okay, okay.
They paid them both. Yeah, Jamar there. He ain't got no choice but to be there. You paid. You stuck. Yeah, yeah. They paid him this year. They paid him
Yeah,
and T
'cause-
Higgins at the same time.
okay, yeah, because I remember he was talking that hot stuff last season, and then yeah, like I said, they heard they were being funny, so I was just like, y'all really betting the farm on this one.
It was really T Higgins that they were more so holding out on because they had franchise tagged him.
Mm-hmm.
And then hold on, contract. And then they gave him one. Then they gave him an extension. Let's see. I forgot how much they gave him. How much they give this man? $4 years, $115 million. Yeah, they gave him 4 years, $115 million. So Joe Burrow literally has both his wide receivers locked in. So now he has to win. He has no choice.
Right.
You can't go another season and not make the playoffs.
True.
I don't care what the defense is doing. Matter of fact, let's look at their schedule while we at it. What is the Bengals schedule? What's y'all schedule looking like? So y'all better win game one against Cleveland. Y'all better win against Jacksonville. Minnesota is starting a new quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. This is technically his second year, but it's his first year actually playing because he got hurt last year. So y'all better win that one too. I'm gonna say y'all should beat Denver. Joe Burrow, if you like that, you should come out of this 4-0. Honestly, and then lose to Detroit. If y'all go 4-0 on the first 4 games and then lose to Detroit, all right, that's an honest good stretch.
Right.
But like just the level of talent that y'all have on your offense, y'all should easily be able to outscore Cleveland, Jacksonville, and Minnesota. No offense to Justin Jefferson, but I don't know what his quarterback is going to look like. I don't. And then, who's that quarterback they got over there in Denver? I forgot his name already. Bo Nix.
Mm. I was gonna say, isn't JJ McCartney one of your guys, Michigan?
He is a Michigan Wolverine. He is. He is. He brought us a national championship, and I will always be grateful for that. He feels like Mac Jones to me.
Damn.
That's the vibe it's giving. He feels like Mac Jones to me, like. But I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna play in the league.
I mean, true.
Because he had some good games in Michigan, and he had some head scratchers that I was just like, bro, what the? what was that? What was that? But he won, so you can't argue the results.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I would watch, I'd be like, I'm about to have a heart attack. It was mostly that season, the season before when we won the national title, the season before we won the national title that that I was like ready to like just blow my parents' TV up because of that loss to TCU, TSU, TCU, whichever relevant ass team in the playoffs. I had never been so ready to crash out. I was about to break my parents' TV. I was like, I can't believe this. I can't believe what I'm witnessing right now. Like, but yeah, Joe Burrow. If you don't win this stretch, you're going in the same category as Justin Herbert with me.
Oof.
Sorry.
That's rough. Because I mean, you already know I let my opinion about Justin Herbert be known, but
like he'll be
that's
better.
rough.
He'll be better than Justin Herbert in my eyes because he's made it to a Super Bowl. He's won a couple playoff games.
Yeah.
He's the only AFC dude who's besides Tom Brady who has beaten Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. So he'll have that respect of being above Justin Herbert, but he going right down there with him. Like you can't just miss the playoffs and keep being a top quarterback. Like that's not good. No. I don't care what excuse you give. No.
True. That's true.
Patrick Mahomes' defense ain't always like that. You see, he's still winning. Josh Allen defense ain't always like that. You see, he's still winning. Matter of fact, they said Josh Allen was supposed to fall off last year because he lost Stephon Diggs. That's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what they said, John. They said that. I got receipts. Pundits was on TV saying that the Buffalo Bills were going to slide back and that the Jets were going to elevate because of Aaron Rodgers. People are on camera saying these things.
Kicking themselves for that one.
Oh, they won't go back and repeat it. And I bet they won't say it again. I bet they won't say it again. You know, they're like just the thing some people say. I was like, y'all really think the worst of Josh Allen right now. And y'all really think too highly of the New York Jets of all things. This is why Jets fans shouldn't be allowed to have opinions. They don't know what winning looks like. If you're taking an opinion from a New York Jets fan, that tells me a lot about you. The New York Jets don't know what winning looks like. They ain't been to the playoffs since I don't know when.
Oh, man.
Shit. Might as well take an opinion from a Cowboys fan while you're at it. Like, just.
And what's crazy is they probably had like the most talented team they've ever had.
Who, last year? Who?
The Jets.
On paper. But
They
clearly
just
they didn't.
can't put it together. And it's like at the worst spot. They're rolling the dice at quarterback.
The
I just
Jets
don't get it.
don't make sense from a supernatural standpoint. Like, it is magical how they fall off. It's magical how their season goes. Because, like, we see what Sam Darnold can do with a decent offense. And man got 14 wins. Not a decent offense, a great offense. He did have literally the best receiver in the league in Justin Jefferson. But we see what Sam Darnold could do when he has some weapons. 14 wins. And the part that killed me was Zach Wilson gave y'all 7 wins. Right? That happened. Zach Wilson gave him 7 wins. Aaron Rodgers gave him 4 or 5. Was it 5? 4 or 5? Hold on. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers gave him 5 wins. and got their coach fired. He gave him 5 wins, and one of them was in a game that didn't matter at the end of the damn season against the Dolphins. Like, it's supernatural with the Jets. It really is. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I will say though, Aaron Rodgers ain't fall off that hard fantasy league points wise. All right, so let me tell you about something my dumbass did last year, which cost me a playoff appearance in my fantasy league. So there comes a week where Lamar isn't available. He has a bye week. I was like, oh shit. Well, I had Aaron Rodgers on my bench, but the way he was playing, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. So I went and sought another quarterback. I got another quarterback. I don't even know who it was. I don't even remember because I was just that mad at myself when I did it. My mind went blank. I lost the game I needed for the Super Bowl. When I look back, it was that game that I lost that cost me my trip to the playoffs. Because of the QB that I started only having 6 points. And Aaron Rodgers had 17. Which would have been enough for me to win that game. I literally just I'm gonna kick myself forever for that. So like he could throw the ball, but Aaron Rodgers is not that dude anymore, and I don't know why Pittsburgh is over there holding their breath for him. Sorry, that man still had Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson. His dude Alan Lazard, like he still had those dudes there. He still had on paper a good receiving core, and couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, they gave him everything he wanted, and he just still couldn't do it.
Like, so I don't. But yeah. So, Matt Stafford's definitely a top 6 quarterback. Below him, fill in however you want. I guess below him, you'll put Justin Herbert. Trevor Lawrence is not a top 10 quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott. Well, no, I can't do. Currently at this moment, Jaden Daniels, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, CJ Stroud. Nope, that's disrespectful too. CJ Stroud, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott. That is my top 10. That's my top 10. Who you got after Matt Stafford? I gotta hear this.
Oh, that's a tough one. Because, I mean, it's so funny. There's 32 teams in the league, but I feel like really outside like the top 10, 11, like everyone's kind of just like falling to the wayside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
I wanted to see Tua just kill it, but him and those concussions, man.
That dude he literally knocked himself out of the top 10. He knocked himself out and knocked himself out of the top 10 while he was at it.
Like,
Whoever
I want to see Tua kill it.
Whoever his tackle coach is needs to be fired. Or whoever's responsible for teaching a quarterback how to roll or land needs to be fired.
Yeah.
I watched this man rhino charge headfirst into somebody's knee after he had already had a concussion. I was like, who the fuck is teaching this man to go head first in this shit?
Like yeah.
Like, you can't make this up. I sat back there and just kept rewinding the tape. I said, who the hell is teaching you how to land? Like, it's like watching a cross-eyed duck. Like, just yeah, I had high hopes for Tua too. I did, but knock on wood, I hope he stays healthy. But I don't know. He already had 4 concussions. I'm like,
right. It's like there's like a board up in there with freaking just like his lives, and it's like you got like 2 lives left. You get 2 more concussions, you out of here.
yeah, like I just hear the silent killer aneurysms. It's not funny, but I just hear it from Archer, and I'm just like, bro, I personally, after that 4th concussion, I'd have probably retired. I'd have stopped playing football. Like, clearly, I am not meant to play football if I'm on my 4th concussion.
And it's like they keep changing up the helmets or whatever, and they're like, these are safer than they were last year. But I'm like, this man got 2-3 concussions in 1 season. How is this safer?
It's not. It's not the helmet. After the 2nd concussion, it's not the helmet. Actually, when I looked at the tape, it wasn't the helmet. The helmet's meant to save you from normal head contact against the ground. This man was running into people's knees.
Yeah. They're not designed to do that.
Like, it's not the helmet. It's him. And I think after the first one, you get more prone to him. I think. I'm not a medical person, but I've heard you get more prone to him. Like, he literally.
It's like once you break that seal on the concussions, yeah.
Yeah, it's like whew. I pray for
especially how like they're in like pretty quick like, you know what I mean, they're like succession, because he had that like one terrible one where his hands locked up and then somehow got cleared in like 2 weeks and then got another one.
Yeah, they didn't take the first one serious enough. Then they took the second one super serious. And I think he had one that put him out the season, didn't he? I think so. Because they took the second one like super serious. Because they were like, okay, there's a pattern here. And then his third one, I think, was when he ran into that dude's kneecap. And I was just like, bro, what the... Why? Why are you doing this? Is the concussion making you aim for more concussions? Like, come on, bro.
You just not thinking straight.
At all. Like, the concussion is making you seek more concussions. I don't know. I pray for his health. I don't want to see somebody go out like that. I don't.
Nah.
But I just keep wishing the worst on the Miami Dolphins, as I do the New York Jets. I can't root against the Bills. I like Josh Allen too much as a player. And I really don't see us beating him anytime soon. because Josh Allen is like that.
Yeah, Josh Allen, man, that dude. I feel like he be wanting to get mad at his team, but he like, nah, I'm gonna shut up. I'm just gonna run this ball. Screw throwing it, because
Yeah,
you kind of see it like he may get like 2 or 3 incompletes and then just run it.
yeah.
Like, you know what? I ain't even got time for this.
He gonna be like, "Oh, so y'all don't want to catch today? Don't worry about it. I'll handle it." Like,
And and then people were like, oh, you can't keep running it and da da da. You can't keep taking these hits. You're not gonna last long. But I'm like, Josh Allen, he's bigger than he looks.
he is, he is, he is. He's actually a pretty big dude. Like, Josh Allen isn't small, and at least he doesn't go helmet first.
And that's the other thing. He not running head on to nobody.
He knows when to slide or put his shoulder ahead. You know what I'm saying? There's technique when Josh runs.
Right.
And when he's about to take contact, like Josh doesn't just go, yeah, like no. he doesn't waterboy his way through the freaking line, like just. Oh man. It's gonna be a fun NFL season, though, I think.
I think so.
I'm taking New England to go. Taking New England to go 9-8 and be second in the division.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna take New England to go 9-8, be second in the division. I'm gonna have hope.
I mean, I'm more than certain we gonna come in last. I'm just hoping we win more than 4 games away.
Why?
More than 3 games. Because
Why?
we only won like 4 games last year.
No,
So
why would you hope that? You're gonna get Archie Manning next year.
you know, that's what I was thinking. But then they drafted that other dude.
They gonna
this
fire
year.
Brian
So I was
Daboll
like-
and they gonna fire Jackson Dart.
I was like, are we just gonna do what Arizona did when they who was that dude they got before Kyler?
They drafted dude before Kyler?
Yeah, they drafted a dude like the season before, like number 1, or not number 1, but like first round pick, and then literally drafted Kyler like the next year. Dropped that dude.
Arizona
I
Cardinals.
don't even remember his name.
Hold on, don't worry about it. I'm looking it up. They did. Josh Rosen in 2018.
Josh Rosen. They drafted him first round, and then literally picked Kyler next, and just dropped him like he didn't even matter.
I'm gonna be honest, they might have been right on the ball because I don't know who the hell Josh Rosen is or where he went to after they got rid of him. Let's see. Let's look at his Wikipedia. What's his Wikipedia say? Arizona Cardinals, considered to be most NFL-ready quarterback prospect in the draft. Rosen was selected by the Arizona Cardinals in the first round with the 10th overall pick in 2018 draft. They traded a first, third, and a fifth-round pick in order to move up 5 spots to select him. He was the 4th of 5 quarterbacks chosen in the first round that year. In a press conference following the draft, Rosen referred to the selections made, informed him has 9 mistakes. He signed a 4-year deal that year for $17.84 million with $11 million signing bonus. Won the backup position over Mike Glennon. Made his first appearance in week 3, replacing Sam Bradford. He won. They lost the game, fell to 0-3, while Rosen completed 4 of 7 for 36 yards and 1 interception. 6 scoreless possessions prompted Arizona coach Steve Wilkes to switch to Rosen. He was a starting quarterback by week 4 that year. Finished his rookie season with 2,278 yards, 11 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and they finished 3-13. His passer rating was 66.7, worst among qualified passers that year. He was a good sport. Arizona fired Wilkes. So Wilkes got fired that season and replaced with Cliff Kingsbury, who declared that Josh is our guy. Yeah, so Cliff Kingsbury, they fired the coach. Cliff Kingsbury came in, and then drafted Kyler Murray the next year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what y'all gonna be looking at. Once y'all get this 3-15, once y'all get this 3-14, they gonna fire Brian Daboll, kick Russell Wilson ass out. I think Jameis. Somebody told me Jameis signed a 2-year contract.
Really?
Yep, he signed a 2-year contract with y'all for $8 million.
Man.
So yeah, they're gonna fire Daboll, kick Russell Wilson out, get rid of Jackson Dart, and go get Archie Manning. Cause they ain't gonna let him. They gonna fire Brian Daboll and that GM. Yeah, because they can't stay there. I'm shocked they're still there now. After watching Saquon Barkley have the season that he did, and y'all chose to pay Daniel Jones over him,
And didn't even last a year. Didn't even last a year.
Y'all deserve to get fired. But you know what? It's none of my business. Hands up, that's none of my business. So y'all just better hope. Matter of fact, I wish you the best for Russell Wilson, honestly, but y'all schedule a little tough.
For no reason. For no reason.
Y'all schedule is a dog fight. Like y'all really gonna come out of there needing a freaking inhaler.
Right.
Oh boy. Yeah, Brian Daboll, you ain't gonna have no job this year. I'm sorry, you getting fired. They gonna fire you, and only you, and that GM, and your whole coaching staff. Sorry. They ain't just gonna wait for you to get Archie Manning next year. No, they gonna bring in somebody else.
Yeah, I can see that, honestly.
Poor Jackson. Poor Jackson Dart. Hell, Jackson might end up being good because I don't see them sitting, if they actually are losing that bad, I don't see them sitting behind Russell Wilson that long without letting Jackson play. I imagine Jackson getting some reps in which case he'll be able to show us what he can do. He might actually be really good. But y'all still only got one receiver in Malik Neighbors. So it's like,
Yeah, let's hope we don't get rid of him because for some reason we can't have more than one great receiver. It happens all the freaking time.
who you telling? You wanna know what it's like being a New England Patriot? We don't draft good receivers. Anymore. We've had a couple of hits throughout our history. And they're all gone. Every single one of them. I can't tell you the last time we had a good receiver. Until now. With Stephon Diggs. And he coming off an injury.
Right.
So I'm right there with you. I don't know, man. This season's gonna be fun. I can't wait to start making picks. The goal is to get a sponsorship with DraftKings by the end of the year. That's the goal. I just gotta beat Nick Wright in picks. If I beat Nick Wright, I think they'll give it to me. And Danny Parkins. If I beat Nick Wright and Danny Parkins, I think they'll give it to me. But that's the podcast, y'all. Thanks for anybody that tuned in. Thank you for anybody that's going to watch the clips that's going to come out of this. John, I appreciate you coming on. This was fun. I can't wait for football season to get back here. I can't wait.
Right.
Y'all have a good rest of y'all night.